As UFC 242, Khabib versus Poirier. Um, I just watched a bunch of these guys' fights, reviewed. I'm gonna do my full card prediction video, and then I'm gonna talk about a few fights I'm gonna want to focus on. I'm gonna do a few more videos about those throughout the week. Um, let's start from the bottom here. Don Madge, South Africa, from Cape Town, South Africa. Really powerful striker, really good footwork, really good striker. And he head kicked the shit out of this dude, T. Edwards, his last fight in the UFC. It was his UFC debut. Looked great. Just destroyed him on the striking, dropped him in the first round, but Edwards was able to survive, and then by taking him down. And Don Madge showed good grappling. Almost got T. Edwards in an armbar, really bad armbar. Looked like it was going to break his arm. And his opponent, Faraz Ziam, this dude is a submission artist. He's Bulgarian. And his last fight, he won by guillotine choke, but he was dropped by a left head kick in the first round. Doesn't seem like he's a very good striker. So I got Don Madge here. I got him TKO. I think I'm going to do that prop just because of that left head kick. His footwork's really good. And yeah, I don't think Faraz Ziam is going to be able to sub him. So I got Don Madge for the first fight. Second, Jack Cummings versus Amari Akhmedov. So Amari Akhmedov, he was a welterweight, moved to middleweight 2 fights ago, or 3 fights ago. And he's huge for the division. So I don't know how he was getting to 170. He was 4-3 at 170, so I'm sure the weight cut had something to do with all his losses. He throws big bombs, wrestling background. Dagestani, his last loss was 2016. Last 4 went to decision. So I think he could knock out Cummings. Cummings was getting hit a lot. Trevin Giles was his last fight. Trevin Giles was really fast. So Omari definitely isn't as fast as Trevin Giles, but he did destroy Tim Boesch in his last fight. Broke his nose with a cross right up the middle, smashed his nose in. So I like Amari here. Zach Cummins, he has a wrestling background too. Southpaw, has a really good chin. So I think Amari Akhmedov by decision. I think I'm going to go. Yeah, Zach Cummins did finish Trevin Giles in like the last minute of his last fight, but he was losing before that. And he does get hit. So I'm going to say Amari Akhmedov for that one. Nordine Taleb versus Muslim Salikov. Nordine Taleb was the favorite last time I checked DraftKings. He was at minus 134 against Muslim Salikov, plus 100. Nordine Taleb, he just beat Kyle Propolek in a decision. He has great kicks. He doesn't get hit. His 2018 wasn't a good year for him, but came back and looked really good against Propolek. He's also TriStar Gym. And one of the only losses, I think the only loss in the UFC Muslim Salikov has is to a choke by another TriStar teammate. So they know how to beat him already. Sure, for us, Zahabi's got a great game plan. Only thing I think Nordine Taleb's going to win by decision because he's just going to try to pick him apart from the outside. Uses really long legs. He's got a 5.5-inch reach advantage on over Muslim. Muslim likes to wait, and he did catch a couple kicks in his last fight and ended up TKOing the guy. But that guy took the fight on a short notice. Kind of had the same body type as Taleb, but Muslim likes to sit and wait for the perfect shot to come. Not very active, and when he does get the shot, he knocks people out. So Nordine Taleb has been knocked out a couple of times, but I think he's going to be able to keep him on the distance. He's 6'3". He's got long legs. I think he's going to get the decision. So like I said, Muslim Salikov likes to wait for that perfect shot. I think Taleb's just going to be doing his kicks. He's got to watch out for his spinning, like his spinning shit. Malikov or Muslim does. But I got Nordine Taleb here. It's Bilal Muhammad versus Takashi Sato. I was excited about Sato plus 240. I still might pick him, but Bilal Muhammad's really good. He's Rufus Sport, trains with, Pettis, Paul Felder, Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, all them. He lost 1 to Jeff Neal. He's always gone to decision. Last 6 went to decision. But Takashi Sato, he did get dropped by Ben Saunders in his last fight. Ben Saunders is a lot longer than Bilal. And Takashi has the reach advantage here. His last 7 ended by a finish. He was able to just drop Ben Saunders right up the middle with a cross, dropped him, and finished him. Ben Saunders went to get up, and he fell over. So he can hit hard. He kept his composure when he got dropped by Saunders, but it was a left hook that Saunders dropped him with. Bilal Muhammad was using the left hook a lot in his last fight versus Curtis Millender, who's a lot longer than Sato. So I was going to take Sato at first, but I think I'm going to lean towards Bilal Muhammad. I bet against Bilal Muhammad before, and he always seems to just get that decision win. So Bilal Muhammad, and I don't think it's going to go to decision because Takashi Sato got dropped by that left hook. Bilal Muhammad used that left hook a lot against Millender, and he was landing it too, so Bilal's also a lot faster than Saunders. So I got Bilal there. Okay. Timu Pakalin versus Ottoman Azatar. Ottoman Azatar, he's Moroccan. He's kind of reminds me of Badr Hari. He's just swings to kill you every time. He's a heavy hands, knocks people out pretty easily, and he's got a great wrestling background too. So I don't think Timu's going to be able to take him down. So I got Ottoman Azatar TKO. Timu Pakalin got knocked out by Mark Diakis his last fight. Not very good striking. His hands are kind of low when he's striking with people. Ottoman Azatar just goes in for the kill. He gets dropped sometimes, but I don't think Timu Pakalin has the striking or the power to drop him. He is 6'1". Timu Pakalin 6'1", and Ottoman Azatar is 5'7". So he probably has a significant reach advantage over him. I couldn't find his reach online. But he is 11-0. He's gone against guys just as long as Timu and dropped them. He was taken down a couple times, but I don't think Timu Pakalin has anything for him. He's at a minus 240 right now. He's probably going to go up. So I'm probably going to take the TKO prop for Ottman Azatar. Yeah, TKO quick, maybe even round one. He just comes out like immediately, just runs at you. Does get dropped, like I said, sometimes, but seems to keep his composure. Every time he's dropped, he doesn't wobble when he gets back up. He's just like looking at you, good poker face, good composure. So I got Ottman Azatar, Moroccan Bulldozer, TKO. All right, who's next? Sarah Morris versus Liana Jojua. I have Liana in a lot of my early parlays just because of her record. She's undefeated. Great. She doesn't have that good of striking. She's kind of slow, to be honest with you, but she has great scrambles, great grappling, and she can get up. She gets taken down, but she get up pretty easily. And Sarah Moras, that's what she's going to do. She's going to take her down. That's what we saw in her last fight versus Macy Chasen. Sarah Moras, plus 110 last time I checked. Probably going to go up in value because she's lost 3 of her last fights in the UFC. And one against Ashley Evans Smith in 2017, armbar. So Jessica Andrade, Lucy Pudlava, Talita Bernardo, and Macy Chasen all beat her. Macy Chasen finished her with ground and pound round 2. Kind of an early stoppage, but still, Macy Chasen's a beast. Sarah Moras was able to take Macy down, though, and do some damage, but then Macy was just able to advance position on her, flip the guard, and get on top, and then almost finished her in the first round. Round 2 came along, and she did the same thing, just finished her. So last time I checked, she was at Liana Jojua is at minus 148. Might be good value to jump on now because she's probably going to go down in value. Sarah Moras is probably going to go higher in the underdog in the plus. But I don't know if I'm going to go too heavy on Liana because she is pretty slow. Macy Chasen's good. Talita Bernardo, she's all right. Lucy Putlava's good. And, of course, Jessica Andrade was just champion. But Liana Jojua. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Liana Jojua. Who's next? Zubairu Takugov, the guy who jumped in the cage after the Khabib fight versus Conor and punched Conor in the back of the head. And then got punched himself. Almost got kicked out of the UFC, but Khabib said he wouldn't come back if they didn't let him back. So he got his job back. He's at a minus 530, which is pretty crazy because, I mean, he's not that decorated. 3-1 in the UFC. Douglas Andrade, he beat Ernest Chavez, he knocked out in round 1. Philip Nover, decision. Then Renato Moicano, decision, lost a split decision. He's really unpredictable with his striking. He's Khabib's boys who trains with him. Trains at American Kickboxing Academy, I think. 68-inch reach. But Moicano was piecing him up. Zubairu, he was getting inside. He likes to get inside and jump in and like just lay out like super, strong combos really quick. He did fight Moicano in Brazil, so it might have been just like, the judge, he got kicked in the balls twice, and the judge didn't stop the fight, or the ref didn't stop the fight. Moicano was just like this to him, and to the ref, and the ref just like keep fighting. It was twice that happened. He got kicked in the nuts, so maybe it was a fluke because of that. He did lose a decision split because he has really good scrambles. You're not going to submit him. But Lerone Murphy, he looks pretty good. He's fast, he's young, and 5'10", 8-0. All power his gym. Looks good. Looks real good. He was dropped by James McKeerlin, though. Was up, kept his composure, and then dropped him a few times, James McKeerlin. So the rest of his fights all ended in round one. His first fight was a decision, then his next four ended in round one, and 2 decisions, another round one TKO. So Zubairo Tokov, he does get hit. Lerone Murphy is at plus 333 last time I checked on DraftKings, so he might be a good pick. He's fast. It's good value, plus 333. A lot of people are betting on Zubairo just because he's probably Khabib's friend. But I like Lerone Murphy here. He might be able to get it done. Zubairo kind of, waits for that perfect time to explode, and Lerone Murphy is like really good counter striker, and he's got heavy hands. So probably not going to go heavy on Lerone Murphy, but I think he's a good underdog pick. You guys are feeling lucky. I might hit him on the underdog after I do a little bit more research, but I'm sure that line will be fine because all the Russians are betting on Zubairo Tukhugov because he's Khabib's boy, he's Dagestanian. But I was surprised how much Moicano was piecing him up. He has a similar style to Lerone Murphy. Obviously, Moicano has a stronger jiu-jitsu game, but Lerone Murphy, he's fast and he's athletic. So he's a good underdog pick, in my opinion. So Joanne Calderwood versus Andrea Lee. Joanne Calderwood just got off a decision loss to Caitlin Chukagian. Caitlin was able to, keep her composure. JoJo started out with heavy leg kicks, try to slow that bouncing movement of Kuchagian down, but Kuchagian was able to just land more, landed a couple good kicks, and JoJo got tired. She tried to take Kuchagian down a couple times in the first 2 rounds, and she was successful, but she couldn't do anything. I mean, Kuchagian, she trains over with John Danaher in the Blue Basement, Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, so she was just trying to avoid her guard, but she was getting held by Chukagian after she took her down. She was just getting held. And Kuchagian was able to come out strong in round 3 and just piece out a decision on JoJo. Joanne Calderwood, her cardio surprised me last fight against Kuchagian, how tired she was when she came out for the 3rd round. She usually has better cardio, but yeah, I think Joanne Calderwood's in for a nasty night with Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee looks great. She's got a 4-inch reach advantage on her. She's also a Muay Thai background. Coming off a win against a wrestler, Montana De La Rosa. She also beat Veronica Macedo, who's a really good striker. So she's got that 4-inch reach. She's got really long legs too. Kuchagian was hitting JoJo with some good body shots. That's probably why she's tired. Lee's at a minus 230 with Calderwood at a plus 165. I like Lee here. I've been a fan of JoJo for a while. but I just don't see her winning this fight. She's going to try to take her down, I think, like she did with Kuchagian, but Andrea Lee, she has really good takedown defense. As you can see with Montana De La Rosa, she was just getting right back up. Montana De La Rosa is a Texas State wrestler, and Andrea Lee was just getting right back up, tiring the shit out of Montana. And it's good knees from the clinch, good striking, won her the decision. And he's also submitted people too. So I got Andrea Lee in this pretty easily. Might even finish her. But JoJo hasn't been finished in a while. The last time somebody finished her. Jessica Andrade finished her with a guillotine choke. Yeah, she got Kimura by Rose. Mariana Moras armbar. So maybe Andrea Lee will look for the sub. So maybe that'll be a good prop. Andrea Lee submission. I might put a few bucks on that prop just because Joanne might, she's a good striker. She has a very good Muay Thai, but just that reach worries me. Andrea Lee may have some problems on the feet with JoJo. Maybe JoJo starts landing too many leg kicks. Maybe starts hitting her a bit too much, and then she decides to take it to the ground, and Andrea Lee can cinch up a sub. So, Andrea Lee by, I don't know, probably decision, but maybe a sub. I don't know if it's going to be a TKO because JoJo's pretty tough. But yeah, Andrea Lee. Next, we got Mairbek Tezumov. He's a Tiger Muay Thai guy. He's been off for a while. He took off a year and a half, 2016 to 2017. And he fought another year after that, 2018. And now another year has gone by since he's been in the octagon. He beat Desmond Green by decision. Desmond Green's no slouch. Good wrestling background. Pretty crazy. Des Green murdered some 4 people in a DUI accident and then fought how many times in 2018? He fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times since that. So fought 5 times before he went to prison. I think he's in prison right now for manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. But Tubak did beat Des Green, and Philippe, he has heavy hands, man. Philippe Silva, he fucking clocked him. Philippe Silva leans in. Same thing with Diogo Ferrara, his opponent. Kind of drags their feet. More ground guys, jiu-jitsu guys. Drags their back foot. And he just reached over too far with a hook. And Tezumov just ducked under it and hit him with a left, I believe. And left hook. And he just right on his face on the mat. Stop the fight, walk off KO. So he's got some power in those hands. And Diego Ferrara was getting pieced up in his last fight. Not a very good striker. He's really good on the ground. Almost had Rustam Kabalov. He did have him in a rear naked choke. End of the first round. Pretty tight. But Mairbek Tezumov, he's a wrestler, legit wrestler, legit Muay Thai. And he hits really hard. So even though Ferrara hasn't lost 4 fights, he only lost to Dustin Poirier and Beneil Dariush. Then he beat Open Mercier, Jared Gordon, Kyle Nelson, Rustam Kabalov. Not going to go too heavy on him, but he's at plus 180. Mairbek Tezumov is minus 250. And I think I'm going to go for the TKO prop there for Tezumov. because he has such good striking, good footwork. Weights just slips out of the way, and powerful leg kicks. So I don't think Ferrara is going to be able to strike with him. Probably try to take him down and sub him, but I don't know if he could take him down. Carlos Ferrara is a third-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I think Mairbek Taisumov is too good in the striking department for him. He's also a wrestling background. He's got a strong wrestling background, but he says he likes knocking people out. So we never really see it. But Ferrara was having some trouble taking down what's his face? Mairbek Taisumov, or not Rustam Kabalov. And Mairbek Taisumov was big for the division. So I got Mairbek Taisumov TKO. Who's next here? Curtis Blades. I think this is a sure thing for Curtis Blades. Vegas seems to think so too. He's a pretty heavy favorite, minus 455. Yeah, so over Shamil Abdurakhimova, 76-inch reach. There's Curtis Blades' 80-inch reach. Curtis Blades 6'4", 28, 10 years younger than Shamil. Shamil's last loss, I believe, was to Derek Lewis. Yeah. I don't know why I had Francis Ngannou there, but that's Curtis Blades' only loss is Francis Ngannou. So he got knocked out by Derek Lewis round 4. Yeah, I don't see him beating Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades just looked phenomenal his last fight. It was against Justin Willis, who's kind of a douche fatty. And then Francis Ngannou finished him in round 1, 45 seconds. But he went to a decision or doctor stoppage round 2 in 2016 with him. He's beaten Cody East, Daniel Omalakukian, Alexei Olenek, Mark Hunt, Alistair Overeem, KO'd Alistair Overeem, lost to Francis Ngannou, and beat Justin Willis to just embarrass the shit out of him. I guess he said something about his father or something and pissed him off, so he just fucked him the whole fight, just picked him up, slammed him on his ass, picked him up, slammed him on his ass over and over again. And that's probably what he's going to do to Shamil here. Did beat Andrei Arlovsky. He knocked out Marcin Tarbura in his last fight. All right, so just rewatched Shamil's last fight against Marcin Tybura. He's got a wrestling background, so he's got a big overhand right, heavy. Apparently, he broke his arm in the Derek Lewis fight, which is why he lost in round 4. That's what he claims. He beat Walt Harris in a split decision, but it's mostly decisions. But I still got Curtis Blades in this. People say he doesn't have a chin, but that's just because he got hit by Ngannou. Ngannou's it's ridiculous. He's got a good team. So I like Blades here. No value at minus 455, but I mean, Shamil does have a shot if he could stuff Curtis Blades' takedowns. He does have a wrestling background. He's Russian. He's got good striking. And but I'm not going to go heavy on Curtis Blades because he could land that overhand right. But I think Curtis Blades will get this one, probably by decision. he'll probably just take him down immediately. Just try to dominate him from the ground there. Okay, so next is Islam Makhachev versus Davi Ramos. Now, Islam Makhachev is a minus 360 on DraftKings last time I checked. This is an interesting fight because Sambo versus Davy Ramos, who's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, very good submission artist. Islam Makhachev, he did get caught in a couple guillotine chokes his last fight against Arman Tsaryukian, and that guy is Sambo too. So Davy Ramos, I'm not sure if he'll be able to take Islam down as easily as Arman did, because Sambo's more of a takedown sport, but Islam's style is to take people down. So he may be on the ground with Ramos a couple times. Ramos is very slick off his back. Almost submitted Austin Hubbard his last fight. But Davy Ramos has heavy hands too. So this might come down, since these guys are both great grapplers, probably both respect each other's grappling, it might just end up being a striking match. And Davy Ramos has the reach, has the power. Islam Makhachev's been knocked out before by Adriano Martins in 2015, but Arman Tarzukian was, piecing him up a bit. Good takedowns. Davy Ramos is a beast, and he's got good cardio. He was a little injured last fight, he said, so I'm excited to see what he can do here. I like Davy Ramos in this, honestly. A lot of people are going heavy on Islam Makhachev, but I don't think that's a good idea at all. I think Davy Ramos has the power to knock him out. He has the grappling to submit him, and he could sub him, but I'm not sure. May come down to a decision. It may come down to who has the more takedowns and more control on the ground, which Islam Makhachev might have that. But I think Davy Ramos can just land one of those heavy hooks on him and knock him out and submit him from there. So I got Davy Ramos on that. He's at a plus 250 underdog last night when I looked at it on DraftKings. Paul Felder versus Edson Barbosa is also a tough one. I had Edson Barbosa beating Justin Gaethje. And that night I had a dream that I missed the fights, and I went on Instagram to look what happened, and he KO'd him in the first round in my dream. So I was like, shit, that's a sign. I redid all my bets and shit, and had Gaethje TKO round 1 and hit it, obviously. That's what happened. Edson Barbosa, he kind of goes back like this, similar like James Vick, who Felder saw that in their fight, and James Vick like leans his chin back like this and then counters you. Edson Barbosa was doing the same shit with Justin Gaethje and just got caught with that big leaping hook and TKO. So could Paul Felder catch him? He could, but that's obviously going to be his game plan. It's that same Justin Gaethje style hook. That's what he was trying with Vick. But Vick was able to keep him at a distance, piece him apart with kicks. We all know Edson Barbosa is the master of kicks. Vick was landing leg kicks, landing body kicks on Felder. And Edson Barbosa, he's the only fighter who has TKOs from leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks, and that's it. That's all you can kick. But he has TKOs from all of those. He has 2 body kick TKOs. I think 2 leg kick PKOs, maybe just one. But he's been around like a long, long time. Yeah, 2 TKOs for leg kicks, 3 TKOs for leg kicks. So, yeah. He's also a UFC vet. He's been around since 2010. Did get TKO by Jamie Varner. Round 1 punches. Jamie Varner. I haven't heard from him in a while. He lost 4 in a row and then retired in 2014. Probably a good idea. I like Edson Barbosa here, but like I said, if Felder can catch him. The thing is, Vic didn't correct that after Gaethje knocked him out. So Gaethje knocked Vic out the same way he did Barbosa. Vic puts his chin up in the air and kind of leans back, just misses and counters with his length. And Vic came against Felder and didn't really fix that. He does the same shit with his chin up. And but I think Edson Barbosa might fix it. I think he's gonna fix it because Mark Henry's a great coach. Down in Toms River, New Jersey. But Paul Felder could pull it out, but I don't see it happening. Edson Barbosa is too fast his kicks, and like I said, Vic was landing the kicks on him, on Felder, and Barbosa has the fastest kicks I've ever seen in my life. It's the fastest switch kick I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, those leg kicks. And Felder's, he's been through a lot of wars, so I think that body kick's going to TKO him, right to the ribs. So I got Edson Barbosa there. Felder's pretty tough. Like he's been kicked in the head and not gone down, but I don't know if he'll be able to take a freaking Edson Barbosa head kick. Beat Charles Oliveira. Doctor stoppage from Francisco Trinaldo. And lost to Mike Perry, split decision, but he broke his arm. And if he's going to be blocking kicks from Edson, he might break his arm again. Barbosa is just so freaking powerful with those kicks. Paul Felder's at a plus 130, just because I think a lot of people think he could come out with the same strategy as he used for Vic, and get him. Not going to go too heavy on Edson, but I think he's just too fast for Paul. But Paul could pull it out of the hat. So 130 plus 130 is a good value. Probably going to go. His value is probably going to go down. Maybe it might get a little evener towards the end of fight week, but right now I got Edson Barbosa. I'm going to review a couple more of their fights and get back to you guys, but right now I got Edson Barbosa. And then I think our main event is it. Main event is next. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov versus Dustin Poirier. Yeah, I mean, Dustin, he's been taken down by Eddie Alvarez, Kevin Lee. And I don't think, Khabib, man, he's just so good. Poirier, his coach was saying something about how they want to have Khabib take him down a bunch of times in the first 3 rounds, tire him out, and then finish him once he gets tired. Because Dustin is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I don't know under who, but he started jiu-jitsu when he was 17. He's a black belt. Now, I saw Alec Quinta versus Khabib in New York live, and Alec Quinta was, doing something to him. Maybe it was just because the home crowd was cheering so much, but I don't see Dustin winning at all. It's crazy that Khabib wasn't that high in value. but it wasn't that low in value. Dustin Poirier. Write it down. But Khabib is minus 455 on DraftKings right now, and Poirier's at a plus 335. I got Khabib TKO at a plus 500. It's plus 375 now, so it seems to be the favorite. And Khabib by decisions at plus 180. That's the thing. Is it going to go to decision, or is Khabib going to be able to finish him? Is the real question here. A lot of people say, "Oh, Dustin could knock him out," but I just don't see that happening. Khabib is just so disciplined in all of his training. His father's his coach, aka 27-0. I mean, you could say who's he fought really, but I mean, he's fought Dos Anjos, he beat Daryl Horcher, Michael Johnson, Edson Barbosa, Alec Quinta, Conor McGregor. Should have fought Tony Ferguson before Conor McGregor. Destroyed Conor. Poirier does have power, and he's big for the weight class. But does he have takedown defense to stop Khabib? I honestly don't think so. Jim Miller, Eddie Alvarez, Anthony Pettis, Justin Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez, Max Holloway. Lost to Michael Johnson round 1. Yeah, and lost to Conor McGregor. He is really good. Yeah, it's tough to call. I mean, it's not tough for me to call. I think it's Khabib all the way, but I don't know if he'll be able to finish him. So maybe decision, but like I said, I took the TKO prop at plus 500. So I got Khabib TKO, maybe like round 3, because he's just gonna maul Dustin, just gonna take him down. And Dustin's got cardio for days. He could take his shot, but Khabib, I think, is just so dominant. And Khabib's big for the weight class too. So I got Khabib. All right, guys, we'll put out a couple more videos from the fights I want to focus on and put them out throughout the week, and then I'll put my final bets in at the end of the week. Took 2 weeks off, no fight week, and then UFC Shenzhen. Took UFC Shenzhen off. I was on vacation, but I was able to bet on Weili Zhang before I left because it was already on DraftKings. I got her at plus 135. I don't understand how she was the underdog, but yeah, destroyed Jessica Andrade. So hit that. All right, guys. Thanks.